The SPLC supposedly exists to fight hate groups. Now it's also turned its attention towards statues, which, being non-living, of course, don't hate anybody. They can't. They have no souls. They're made out of plaster and marble. The group has published a map of every single Confederate memorial in the country, from statues to army bases to middle schools. Tyler O'Neill is the assistant editor over at PJ Media, and he joins us tonight. Tyler, what's the point of this list?
Thanks, Tucker. I think the point of this list is so they can defame organizations with which they disagree. They like to label groups hate groups. They put the Family Research Council on there, Alliance Defending Freedom, D. James Kennedy Ministries. These are Christian organizations who believe in traditional marriage, that marriage is between a man and a woman. And that's the reason why they're listed as hate groups.
Right. It's ridiculous. So here's what their press release says. More than 1,500 Confederate monuments stand in communities like Charlottesville with, quote, with the potential to unleash more turmoil and bloodshed. It is time to take them down. That sounds like a threat to me.
It certainly does. The worst thing is that they put middle schools, elementary schools, high schools on this list. No student deserves to have to go to school when there's a violent outbreak of protests. No student deserves to walk to school through rocks, through
well, of course. I mean, of course. So that's exactly right. If you go to Stonewall Jackson Middle School and the Southern Poverty Law Center is saying bloodshed might result because of the name of your school, that's ominous.
It's very ominous. It's terrifying, and no student, no kid should have to go.
Has there been any pushback at all?
So there are 3 lawsuits that are going through the system right now. D. James Kennedy Ministries, the Liberty Council, and then there's one more from actually a Muslim who's been targeted by radical Islamic terrorists and has spoken out against them. His name is Majid Nawaz, and he's been listed as an anti-Islamic extremist.
He's one of the bravest and most articulate people I've ever met, and the fact that the Southern Poverty Law Center, morally bankrupt, fraudulent in every sense, is calling him a hater is really an outrage.
An anti-Muslim extremist.
Yeah, a guy who grew up in Islam. I hope he wins that suit. Tyler, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Tucker.